Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to our channel All Baking and Cooking ABC. In previous video we saw how to make pizza sauce at home with the herbs and spices which are already present in most of the homes. So now I'm going to tell you how to make the chicken for the pizza and how to make dough, and finally how to make the pizza actually. So I have got 300 grams of chicken here, and the recipe is actually for 2 medium-sized pizza. So like I'm going to use half of the chicken for one type of pizza, that is chicken fajita, and the other one for the tandoori pizzas, which I believe that are most liked in Pakistan. So first of all, we are going to take this might be 150 grams of cubed chicken. You can see the size of the chicken pieces, almost 150 grams of chicken for one pizza. So now we're gonna add the spices into it. So this is for chicken fajita. First of all, I'm gonna add salt. So this is half teaspoon of salt. We are going to add it into this. I actually use the desi namak, desi salt, which is not crystallized, iodine free salt. And what is the reason behind that, we'll discuss it some other time, but so that's why you can see it's a little bit cakey and like it has formed lumps because it doesn't have any sort of chemicals. This is all natural. So after that, I'm going to add half teaspoon of red chili flakes, or crushed red chili, which we call in a normal language. After that, we are going to add garlic powder. That is half teaspoon again, half teaspoon of red chili flakes and half teaspoon of garlic powder. And now it's time to add oregano, and that is again half teaspoon of oregano. So I have oregano in powder form because I believe that if you want to add the because we are going to marinate this, so I believe this would enhance the taste of oregano into the chicken. So I'm using oregano powder, but if you don't have oregano powder, it's okay, you can use the dried leaves of oregano, that is all right. And in the last, you can use lemon or synthetic vinegar, whatever you like. So I'm going to add half of teaspoon, like everything is been added half, and 1 teaspoon of oil and any kind of sour thing we add into the chicken marination or marination of any meat, just to tender them so that they can be it's actually a tenderizing agent which is used. So now I'm going to mix it, and we are going to keep it for at least half an hour, and after that we will fry it, and our chicken for the chicken fajita pizza will be ready. Pizza toppings and the chicken which you add, the way of cooking the chicken, that actually make the difference along with the pizza sauce. So this is the chicken. I'm gonna transfer it into another bowl, and I'm going to put it in the fridge for half an hour, and meanwhile we will prepare our other chicken. So here I've got another 150 grams of boneless chicken. So here's the thing that I'm going to make it tandoori pizza, and for that I have got tandoori masala already made with me, and the ingredients for this tandoori masala includes, don't worry, I will give all the ingredients for the tandoori masala needed into the recipe written, but the things like I can tell you now, that is chicken salt, obviously you can mix all of these spices and you can have a tandoori masala. So like in this I'm adding, like in 150 gram of chicken, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of this tandoori masala, which I've already made and preserved. So the things which are included in this masala, they will appear on the recipe. So they mainly consist of salt, obviously the Lahori salt, which I earlier used in the other recipe, and then red chili flakes, which are grind, and then ginger powder and black pepper, um, garlic powder, and after that all the garam masala which we use, actually a little bit of sugar and citric acid or tartaric acid. You can use any of them to make it a little bit tangy, to add the tangy flavor. And the garam masala, as all of you know, that garam masala consists of like mainly cumin, and what is that called, fenugreek seeds, and what is the other thing called, fenugreek, cumin, black cardamom, and one more thing is that, and papaya powder. Papaya powder is used to tenderize any kind of thing which you are, like any kind of meat. Papaya powder is used for that, to tenderize the chicken. So I already have added citric acid into that, but I'm going to add half teaspoon of citric lemon juice or white vinegar, whatever you got, into this more. And half teaspoon of salt as well, because when we make a mix of the some spices like tandoori powder, tandoori masala powder, or any tandoori masala or any kind of other masalas, we keep the amount of salt and red pepper low in that. So that's why I'm going to add a little bit of more black pepper, red chili flakes into this to give it a more thriving taste. So I will share ingredients of tandoori masala with you, and the quantity which you have to add into that. So it's time to mix it up. And because this is tandoori chicken, so after frying it a little bit, we will also smoke it to give it a full taste of tandoori chicken. And we again are going to leave it like for half an hour in the fridge for marination. Mix it up, and then we will leave it into the refrigerator for marination. So this is called actually a proofing of yeast. We are going to add half teaspoon of yogurt, half teaspoon of sugar into the half cup of warm water. And now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of instant yeast. Nowadays mostly instant yeast is used, which is in powder form, and it's easy to use. Exactly 1 tablespoon of yeast, and I'm gonna add it into this. We will mix it up, and we will leave it for 5 minutes. So this used to be called proofing of yeast. Means that it when it start making bubble, that means that yeast is in good form and it is working. So we will leave it like 5 to 10 minutes, and if it start making bubbles, that means that yeast is working. Okay, so here we are going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and in total we are going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and this will make 2 medium-sized pizza. So this is for dough. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of egg, 4 tablespoons of oil. So you can use any vegetable oil. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. In baking, exact measurement of ingredients is of the prime importance. So this is 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And if you don't have garlic powder and you wish a good dough, you can add fresh garlic even. 2 cloves of fresh garlic, and now I'm going to add, if you can see, this has become all frothy, like I told you, the instant yeast, and I'm going to add it into this. But before that, I'm going to mix it, because we don't want the yeast to come into direct contact with the salt. Actually, salt is not very good for the proofing of yeast. Sugar helps the yeast into proofing, so that's why we added the sugar in it, and we don't want the yeast to come into direct contact with the salt. So I have mixed it, and then I'm going to add, this was half cup of water. So your water, the temperature of water actually is the thing which matters most, because you don't want the yeast germs to be killed with the very hot water, and if the temperature is too low, then yeast will not be activated. So the perfect temperature, and which is needed actually for the proofing. And along with that, how do you know that it is the perfect temperature? Your finger test, famous one, that is the perfect indicator of the temperature. Is temperature of water or milk, whatever, in which you can dip in your finger easily and it's not burning, that is the exact temperature. So now I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of milk and egg and garlic powder. And if you have Ika powder, you can add that for the professional result, like in all the restaurants and pizza shops, they use Ika powder for the bread making. That gives it a very nice soft texture. So I'm gonna mix it again. And now we are going to add a bit of water. We don't want this dough to be very runny or to be very hard. So, and this is actually extreme sticky, so that's why it's very hard to mix. All-purpose flour has more gluten in it, maybe that's why it gets sticky a lot. So at this stage, you can use your hands to knead the dough, or if you want, you can have that dough machine. You can do that dough machine for you, like you can have the machine do it for you. That's what I'm going to do. Again, the temperature of the water which I'm going to add in it, we will add bit by bit water, and we will check the status of our dough. So I'm gonna knead it now. You can see the dough is actually mixed very well, and it is leaving the edges of the pot in which we are making it, the bowl. And if you press it, you can see it is like it stays on its place, it does not bounce back. So that means it is ready for proofing. So for proofing, we need a big pot. So here I have a big tray, and then I'm going to oil up my hands, because this is really sticky. So you can see I have I'm going to take that out from the bowl into this big pan for proofing, because actually it gets the, like when it's proofed, it gets double of its size. So, and you can also make your hands a little bit wet. Now I'm going to make it into a shape in the center and in a proper shape. Although that is not needed, like if you can put it in any shape. I'm tapping it a little with a little bit of warm water, so that it is not dried up and not crusty when it's in the process of proofing. So now I'm going to cover it with again. So the best is that you leave it into a warm place. Like if it's not summer there in your place, you can put it in the oven, any hot place in the kitchen where stoves are on. Or so this is a wet cloth, and I'm going to cover it with this, and we are going to leave it here like for half an hour. It will rise actually in half an hour, almost half an hour. So we will come and check it again in 30 minutes. So here I have got 2 pizza pans, and we are going to grease them before putting in the bread. So grease them with the help of a brush. As you can see, it is almost double of its size, original size. We are going to dust the surface on which we are going to take out the dough. So we are going to take it out here, and because we, as you see, we oiled up the pan before putting the dough into it, so that's why it is not that much sticky to the bottom of the pan, and we can take the dough out easily. Big ball of the pizza dough. Equal size? No, it's not equal. Yes, this is equal size. Now again I'm going to make it in a shape of a big ball. So you will fold the sides towards inside, and here. First I'm gonna, now if you are expert enough, you can do it like pizza artists, pizza makers do in the restaurant. And then you can use a rolling pin. Perfect shape. So I'm going to transfer it to the pizza pan. That's it. I'm going to put it for rising again. So our oil is being prepared. This is chicken fajita which we marinated, and now I'm going to fry it on medium heat. Make sure you don't over fry or overcook the chicken, otherwise these because these are very small chunks, they can get overcooked quickly, and then they can become hard. So we don't want that. You want to avoid that. So we will just wait until they turn their color white from this pink color, and that means that they are fully cooked. The quantity of meat, like, it depends on you, how much meat you want in your pizza. Like if you are a chicken lover or meat lover, you can add as much as you want. So you can see it has started turning white. So I'm going to flip over the chicken chunks. So here our chicken is ready. and I'm gonna take it out from the oil. So here is the tandoori chicken. I'm going to smoke it. So before putting the coal into this, we have to keep ready a lid over which we are going to cover this plate so that smoke remains inside, and oil to spill over the coal. So this is the coal which was burning, you can see, and I'm gonna add 1 or 2 drops of oil onto it, so it will give smoke instantly, and we will cover it. That is how we smoke the chicken, to give it a flavor of tandoori chicken. So here you can see all the smoke has gone, so that means our chicken is smoked. So now it's time for assembling the pizzas. I'm going to use the same pizza sauce which we made in the previous video. I'm gonna drop it in the center, and then we are going to gently you might have seen that they only sprinkle cheese on the top layer is of cheese, but like I have experienced, like from my own experience, it's better to to bring more harmony among the ingredients of the pizza, to put the cheese, a little bit of cheese in the base. So I have got mozzarella and cheddar cheese in equal quantity. So you might have known that mozzarella is the stretchy cheese which gives a stretchiness to your pizza, and cheddar cheese gives a unique taste, like it makes the pizza delicious. Mozzarella and cheddar are both in same quantities. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese so that the toppings which we are going to add into the pizza, they stick to the pizza base better. Now toppings totally depend on you. You can use even pepperoni, or if you have got some chicken already cooked and left over, you can use that. And sausages, you can cut the sausages into the slices, and then you can put them instead of chicken or like along with chicken. So it's totally on you. So as you see, I have taken 150 grams of chicken for one pizza. It seems like it was more than enough, because you can see this is the full chicken, and my pizza is already loaded with the chicken chunks. I'm trying to fit in as much as chunks as I can. Now tomatoes, bell pepper, green bell pepper, onions. So the top layer will be of cheese. So again, the quantity of cheese depends on you, but mostly, like in the restaurants, in the pizza shops, they add almost 1 cup of shredded cheese on one medium-sized pizza. People like it with like more cheese, so I'm gonna sprinkle oregano leaves on this. Along with that, I'm gonna sprinkle some salt on the top or not. So I'm gonna put it in the microwave oven, which is preheated at 230 degrees centigrade. But after putting the pizza into the oven, I have a conventional gas oven, so I'm gonna put it on 180 degrees. I don't know about the gas like about your oven strength, but my oven, like, it can burn the pizza if I put it on 200 to 230 degrees centigrade. So I always bake my things on 180 degrees centigrade, and that is perfect for the baking. Like, it doesn't burn the bottom of the pizza or base of the pizza. Next pizza into the oven, and it will going to cook like 10 to 15 minutes, because my oven is really very hot. It bakes the things very quickly. So this is chicken tandoori, and it's going to go there like for 15 minutes.
Loved it.
So you can see pizza has come fresh out of the oven. Let's check out the base of the pizza.
Go on, lad. Go on, boy. Good girl. There you go.
So you can see the
Oh, we cannot see. Still, we cannot
base.
see. You can see that you can't get it out.
To like stuck it.
We can see you can't get it out.
Stuck it
A
off
boy can
from
easily-
the sides. Wait a minute.
No.
My
Boy
teeth
can do
has-
it. Boy can do it so easily. Boy, well, girl can't do it. Look.
You broke it.
No, actually.
आपने वही उठा दिया.
I got the whole tray out
Yes.
actually.
It's breaking up.
Mashallah.
Mashallah.
It's perfect, mashallah.